at that point, I knew that if I could provide him with some sort of value and give what I could give to him, that would benefit him, but also would benefit me because I'd be able to have a training partner that could teach me the ropes and could push me the way that no one's ever pushed me before.
Yeah. Win the lottery.
If you guys subscribe, you guys can give me and Gio a chance.
We need.
Yeah, fuck me, right?
I'm telling you right now, the infrastructure of this country was built off of guys doing meth. All right, but I've worked with meth heads and I've worked with fucking potheads, and I tell you right now, I'll take the meth head 24/7.
Again, the intention thing. I literally would sit in my car before training with Justin. I would fucking tell myself, like, I'm going to push this guy as hard as I possibly can today so that way I can consistently be this guy's training partner. And that did a lot for me. I was
just saying, you just did some extracurriculars before the lift, and it was
it was a little bit.
Mind-muscle connection?
Some extracurriculars.
It was a little bit of the devil's lettuce, and let me explain.
Hell yeah, we're recording. All right, welcome back. Yeah. Welcome back to the Infinite.
Oh, come on! It's only the 6th time.
Run it back.
Welcome back to the Infinite Crisis podcast. I'm your host Chaz Finnegan.
Umar Nassar.
Gio, yeah.
He doesn't want to say his last name.
Special guest Kyle Massi.
Yeah. Yes.
Our special guest Kyle Massi.
There's no point in saying my last name, dude.
Why?
Because it's too long.
He wants to be known as like the first name.
I want to be a one-name celebrity, like Sting or Cher.
Like it's your stage name.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. This is episode 6. And
it's crazy we haven't done nearly like enough episodes to be forgetting the fucking.
I know, dude.
Think about it.
Yeah,
it's just you messed it up.
Episode 3.5.
When you deleted an episode, it messed it up, Gio.
Yeah. Well, if you weren't so fucking boring, it would have been fine.
That's essentially what happened. There was an episode that never made it.
Yeah, it was me and Chaz, and it was Chaz.
Oh, it was the day that when it was you two?
Yeah. It died in the womb.
Yeah, the week I was gone. I'm so sorry.
Wait, you want to know what happened? It's so funny. Sometimes we have like a group chat just between the 3 of us if we're going to text, and they were doing the podcast, and I was like, wait, shouldn't you guys be focusing on the podcast? And he's like, yeah, we're on our phone just looking up questions from the viewers. I'm like, bro, focus on the podcast. Get off your phone.
It's usually how it goes. Yeah. It's kind of a big wing it, and then we'll figure it out from there.
If it's your first time watching, please comment, like, subscribe. Please subscribe. We need more subscribers.
Yeah, we do.
We're just begging at this point.
Begging.
Well, there's nothing wrong with begging. We got Nick Walker next week. If that doesn't bring anybody, we'll shut this thing down.
Thought it was gonna be a surprise.
Just like that's it. We're putting it out there.
We don't have 100 subscribers after the Walker fucking episode. Shut this thing down.
Think about it like this: you subscribe early, you get in before we blow up.
Yeah. What are they getting
before
into?
I send something disgusting.
And what do they get for?
That's what I said.
You should get T-shirts or something.
Stop. That's going to be so much.
Yeah, dude,
work
what
to
are you
do
crazy?
Free treatment from Umar?
No. Let's not even go down that route.
No way.
You get to look at the fish tank.
People already try doing that too often.
Yeah.
All right, boys. What do you want to talk about today?
Let's start with the Arnold because it just happened.
Dude, I wanted to talk about it with Nick, but yeah, we could talk about it.
We can talk about it when Nick comes on, but
yeah, talk about it with Nick. That's like the guy to talk.
We can talk about it with Nick then. Yeah, I think we should talk about it with Nick.
One more time.
for the cameras.
No. But I do agree with the placings though.
Yeah, definitely.
Hottie winning.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely, dude. He looked like a freak.
Yeah.
Dude, I honestly, I was seeing side by sides, and Rafa at the night show, he looked really sharp next to Samson.
I think you have a big inclination towards Rafa, but I don't think he's as competitive in the lineup as, we want him to be.
Nah, dude. The pictures of and them standing next to each other, Rafa looked great.
I'm saying if we had him in Open Olympia today, where would he rank up?
He'd definitely be better than Olympia last year.
Oh, sure. Yeah, for sure.
I think he's racking top 6 this year around.
Ooh, I don't.
I definitely think he moved, dude.
In Olympia?
Yeah.
I don't think he's top 6.
He was 10. He was 10 last year.
10th last year. 10th place.
I'd say he moved.
Let's say this: Wesley got what 8th or 9th at the Olympia, and then beat this.
Number 2 guy. Yes,
he
but
beat
Wesley.
The top 3 other
Wesley
guys.
made the improvements.
You keep on
that.
using that as an example. It's pretty unheard of. That's like a very.
That's not unheard of. A lot of people.
Rare thing.
A lot of people have placed terribly, and Ronnie Coleman did it. Phil Heath has done it.
You're talking
it's not
about
unheard of.
Yeah. You just gave 2 of the most
but that's how it works.
Mutants of the world. No,
which is why we're saying it's rare. It's rare.
I agree with you with the Wesley thing. I don't know if I agree with Rafa being top 6.
I think
in the
Rafa can
world.
make crack top 6 easily.
I don't know. Look at all the look who you have in the top 6 from last year.
I do agree with Gio here.
Who? Okay,
Maybe
so
7. I can't remember who was in.
I can see 7, but there's no way 6, and that's a big difference in the top of the lineups at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I mean,
6 to
who
7
else?
is a huge
Who
difference.
else do you have to add in? I mean, other than Walker. I mean, Walker and who else?
Who was it last year? Remind me. Just refresh me.
Walker and Curry, and I think he beats Curry now. I truly think his
I don't know,
lines
I feel
and everything
like
are better than
I feel
Curry.
like his lines are definitely better, but I don't know if from a size standpoint he'd be able to overtake Curry.
I think he could.
Okay.
Like I said, he didn't look crazy far off. He didn't look out of place next to Samson and Hottie. He didn't look out of place.
I mean, you're still missing like some pretty big names.
Okay, here we go. We'll start with 5th. 5th was Andrew Jacks.
This was last year. Just go to the top. Just
Yeah.
go to the first 1 through. No, just go from the beginning.
All right, Derek, Hottie.
This is last year's Olympia Open.
Derek, Hottie, Samson, Brandon Curry. Damn. 5 was Andrew Jacks.
Yep, it's a huge name.
6th was Hunter Labrada.
Yep, another big name.
He could beat Hunter.
I have,
think
him, I have him beating Hunter, and I have him beating Jack.
I do not have him beating Jack.
7.
He's better from the lower body.
7 was what's his name? The Russian dude.
I know who you're talking about.
Mike is
Crizzo.
Then 8 was Tonio Burton. 9 was Regan Grimes.
Tonio Burton's made great improvements.
Where is he?
I think he beats Tonio.
Dude, where didn't he? Oh, he didn't compete in this last year.
No.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was saying.
That's why he made these improvements.
Right. Well, I mean,
There's nothing to go
let's
from.
8 Tonio Burton, 9 Regan Grimes, 10 Charles Griffin.
I don't think it's impossible for him to crack top 6. I think.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I just think it's very unlikely that
Yeah,
he'll crack top.
I'd say he'd
six.
get
Look
up
at the
to.
lineup.
He could,
I think this year.
I could see him from 7th to 10th. Anywhere in there, realistically, could happen.
Yeah.
But I don't see him. 6 is such a big difference at that level. That's the only reason I'm making it such.
I don't think it's far off for him to beat Hunter or Andrew Jack.
I find Hunter more reasonable than Andrew Jack. I also haven't been keeping up with Andrew at all, so I don't know what he looks like.
I just think that the improvements he made in his lower body are enough to beat Andrew Jack now.
he looks pretty. He's very pretty.
yeah, super pretty.
And Andrew Jack's pretty too.
Yes.
But
Polished.
it's just his lower body
Yeah,
next to
lower
those other guys. It's obviously where.
Yeah, right.
But I think Rafa's capable of top 6 for sure.
Yeah.
We'll ask
But-
Nick next week, and we'll see what he says.
All right,
Yeah, we're gonna ask him.
we'll see.
We'll go from there.
I mean, I don't think he's beating Hottie or Nick's conditioning anytime soon.
No, I don't know if that'll ever happen.
No.
to be honest.
I don't think anybody can beat Hottie in Nick's
Conditioning wise, no.
From the back now.
Actually, I thought from the back that's the only part where his conditioning isn't the same level, but it
Yeah.
got much better.
Nick though. Nick's really good. From the
Oh,
back.
I
Nick's-
thought I was
Nick's
talking to Hottie.
conditioning.
I was gonna say Hottie improved
Hottie's
all around.
back looked a little soft for some reason.
Yeah.
But that's
I think
where
it's
it
just
was
so
last year
thick.
too. I
it's
think
just
that's
'cause it's so
that's a
fucking
common
thick.
thing for him.
I don't think it's coming back. If he's gonna keep the size, he's not coming.
No.
What, the same level of
The
conditioning?
same level of
Yeah,
conditioning.
but dude, just look at him everywhere else. It's fucking disgusting.
That waist was insane.
So,
Insane.
when he pulled the side chest and you see his waist go suck in,
nothing.
dude, that was
Dude,
nuts.
at the night show, his waist got smaller.
Yeah.
Me and Chaz were watching it next to each other. I was like, dude, when he pulled his front double, and his waist got smaller.
Me and Gio were like, whoa.
That is wild.
It was
crazy.
freaking the fuck out. It was
It was
insane.
crazy.
He's also a very good poser too, and he knows
Yes.
what to do.
Just
Very
like
much so.
His front lat is nuts.
He gets the crowd going, man.
I still can't believe that Derek beat him. It blows my mind to this day.
I think it'll be really hard if he can show anything that he did like at the Arnold, and if it's even remotely improved, it's going to be really hard for anybody to beat him at the O. That's just that's a fact.
Dude, people were saying, I posted a story about it because people were posting pictures of Derek after Hottie won. Because now everyone's team Hottie because he
looked insane.
it's an
awesome.
insane look.
Yeah.
And people were like, off season versus in season.
I saw you post
Yeah.
that.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
That was funny.
dude.
Insulting as hell for Derek.
Yeah.
But
That's tough. But
Yeah.
keep in mind, like Lunsford, unless he comes in crazy next year, he's gonna be the guy who won the O and didn't deserve it to many people.
yeah, right.
yes.
And
I
there's
get what
not
you're saying.
there's not a lot of people other than that guy from the '80s, Muhammad or whatever, that people say that about
Yeah, right.
What?
that didn't deserve the O.
What's Muhammad guy in the 80s one?
What's his name?
Mo Shaban?
Yeah,
Or,
Mo,
no.
no. It's
Momo-
It's Mo something.
Momo Benaziza?
Yeah.
The
Oh,
one that
okay,
died?
yes.
That's the only guy people have ever been like, nah, who cares?
The one that
Chris
died?
Dickerson.
People.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris
They
Dickerson.
said he shouldn't get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's just
Dick-
at the time there
Chris
was no
Dickerson
one.
was not impressive.
But
to
also
me.
there was no one at the time like he's saying.
Yeah.
Sure, understandable.
And his conditioning was really good.
Like no one was
I will give
upset when Dexter Jackson upset Jay Cutler. Like people,
Nah, Dexter had that coming
that's
for sure.
yeah, that's what we're saying. Like, but
was
like
awesome.
no one, there's no way Lunsford should have won that.
You're entitled to your opinion.
Sure I am.
A topic I wanted to talk about was training partners. What do you look for?
Damn,
Which
just
I think
transition. Okay.
I think a good
That's a great topic.
a good topic for Kyle, because I feel like Kyle's a great training partner.
Yeah,
You agree?
yes.
You also train with a lot. I'd say you train with a good amount of different people.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went to Arizona.
I saw that.
to-
You train with Brinks.
Dude, it was weird, man. I came into the gym. He's the first guy I see, and I was like, I think I would know that guy. And I like started warming up, whatever. And I was like, dude, I definitely know this dude. And I go up to him. I'm like, do I know you from somewhere? He goes, no, you look familiar. And I was like, yeah, like I know you from Instagram, I think. I was like, what's your Instagram? And I look him up and I see that picture that you see everywhere where he's like bulked up. It's like, yeah, I've seen you a lot, like in Explore, on the Explore page.
Which picture? Sorry, I don't know this.
Yeah, I don't know this guy either.
He's he like does like reels and stuff like that are popular, but he
Is he an influencer or a bodybuilder?
influencer. Oh no, well now
he's a bodybuilder.
now
man.
he's a body-
damn good.
so he
No, but like,
natural,
has he
too.
competed?
Oh yeah.
you might have seen him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen this guy in my life. He looks great.
I
looks
did
fucking
see
crazy.
this picture.
Yeah,
What's
right?
his
He bulked
transformation?
up like crazily this
Where's
past
his
year.
like transformation?
He's
Show him shredded.
natural.
Gotcha. I would have never known it's the same dude.
Yeah.
He looks fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks great.
Natural. So anyways, I said that, I like introduced myself, whatever, and I was like, yeah, I'm Chaz, and I told him where I train, all this stuff, and I noticed as he was training with this older dude, but I couldn't tell they were training together because they didn't talk at all. The old dude would like go to a different exercise, and then the kid would be working out by himself. I was like, are they training together? It's like, whatever. I go up to him later, and I was like, I shoot my shot, dude. And
You think you were hitting on him?
yeah, I was hitting on him essentially, but I brought my girlfriend, so he knew I wasn't gay.
Of course.
And I was like, yo, dude, like, he's like a shot in the dark, but like, I'm here for two more days. I'm going to be training here. I got a pass for the week. Like,
That's what it's all about.
do you want to train tomorrow?
Yeah.
Legs. And he's like, yeah, I'm training legs. But I got to ask my training partner. You might have seen him. He's an older guy. And like, he kind of like calls the shots and he runs me through his training program. But like, do you train intense? And I was like, hell yeah. And then he messages me the next day and is like, yo, you still down? And then he sends me a voice message. He's like, the one thing is like, we don't talk at all during our session. Like, Tommy will come in and he won't say like a word, and we don't talk through the whole workout. We'll talk at the end, but like, just don't talk at all.
That's
I was
awesome.
Like,
That's how it is
Cool
with
with
Justin
that.
sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's what. So Nick was just talking about that. He recently trained with Anthony Mantello,
oh yeah.
and he was like, I told him at the beginning of the workout, like, unless it's something about the movement we're doing, don't talk.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I think that's something that's so like overlooked now by a
Absolutely.
landslide. Like, people's attention spans are so small. Like, you want to discuss movements way too much. Like, if you're not on the same level of training, unless you know that you're going into it with the teaching type of workout, but if you're like with Justin or somebody like Nick and you guys are going just to train, just you need an hour and a half of just go through the damn thing.
Exactly.
Like, there's not much to talk about really at all.
It was great, dude. And yeah, I walked in. They didn't talk at all till maybe the end. And the guy was super cool. He's a mutant athlete. He's like a coach. He's a big trainer. He's been training for a while, but he's like older.
Yeah, cool.
He's got some messed up knees, so he like went off and did like different stuff while we were doing leg extensions and some pendulum squats because he couldn't do it because of his knee.
Gotcha.
But yeah, whole workout, didn't say a word, recorded some stuff, and then at the end we all talked about just like the industry and stuff. It was real cool. But yeah, dude, it was cool. It was a good time.
So with that topic being said, what do you look for in a training partner?
Yeah, you said a whole fucking lot of nothing, pal. Like, what the fuck?
I wanted to hear
That
the story. I wanted.
It was a good. It was
No,
a good
I wanted
story.
to hear about it.
Yeah.
But also, wait, sorry.
I saw that and I was very interested.
What?
He's such an ass.
You posted something recently on a more serious note. Someone that you know, and I just want. I was something we could talk about, obviously off air too. But you posted something about somebody that was one of your original coaches, or
Oh yeah, dude, that was super sad. Yeah,
Guy, yeah.
Guy Del Corso. Kyle
Yeah.
knew him too.
We all knew him.
Yeah, exactly.
local guy from Jersey.
Yeah, he's from here.
He
Okay.
lived in, I think it was Howell or somewhere up
Yeah,
north.
he's up north. He's by he's near Iron Revolution.
Revolution.
It was
in
so
Howell,
funny.
yeah.
dude. I'd take a train because I didn't have a car at this point. So I'd take a train. I had to take like 2 different SEPTA trains to go all the way up there. It took like hours to get there.
Yeah, it's nuts.
My friend that introduced me to him, he was like a family friend. He'd pick me up. He'd take me to his house, and I'd sit in his living room.
The
And
random
he's just,
dude.
huh?
The random dude sitting
Yeah.
in his living room.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
a little creepy.
But he was
dude.
he's a family man, like all about God. He's such a good dude. Just
cool,
like
man.
just like a real like father figure to people. Like
Trainer?
yeah.
Okay.
Trainer.
Yeah, I never heard anything like bad about like his personality or anything. Like, I always heard good things. He coached some girl Meg that used to be a trainer at Edge too.
Yeah.
They were like really close.
Yeah, a lot of girls were like coached by him and stuff like that. He it was like simple plans. Literally, he'd write out like push-ups like 10 by 10, all this stuff like on a notepad, and he'd send it to me every day. My workouts. I think I probably sent you a couple.
You did, because I picked you for your show.
Yeah, he wasn't like much of a coach, but like he was just like a mentor, a good guy. Yeah. And NDO Champ, you ever heard of him?
NDO Champ, yeah, of course.
He knew him very well, I guess. Like right when he got out of prison.
The huge black guy that fucking lifts a ton of weight.
Yeah,
he's fucking.
He like
awesome.
when he got out of prison, like guy like took him under his wing, and he competed after he met Guy. Yeah, but yeah, it's crazy how many like people he's touched in the industry.
What?
How many lives he's touched?
Rest in peace.
Yeah, dude, he's the man. Yeah, I love him.
Sad. But circling back, what do you look for in a training partner? I'm so curious what you're gonna say. All of you.
Focus.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. I think someone with a lot of intention too. I'm huge on that. Like if you're gonna go into the workout, you have to understand that you got to give it your all, and I think that your training partner needs to be in the same boat. And that's why I've always, circling back on what you said, I've trained with a bunch of different people. I have to be specific with who I train with, and I got into this sport a lot later than all of you guys did, so that's why I would always go out of my way to reach out to you guys and try to train with you guys, because I know that you guys know more than me. So one, intention, but two, in my point, I would just like to always be with someone that has more skill or knowledge than me, just because that pushes me to be better.
Yeah. Gio?
I know Chaz just wants me to say him so bad. That's all his thing's looking for.
Someone like
his heart's just beating. He's like, I hope he says me.
No, I agree. I mean, it's tough now doing more coaching, because like a lot of my clients asked to train with me, and like you guys said, I'm a big fan. Like when me and Chaz first started training, like dude, we would just get in and get the fuck out. Like we would head down, grind the fuck out. Mo.
Yeah.
Mo. A lot of people don't. Justin knows Mo. But Mo Finnerty. There's three guys I always trained with, and they were the only people I allowed myself to train with. It was Chaz, Mo, and Alex. And this thing that they all had in common is that they equally pushed me as much as I pushed them. Mm-hmm. And there was never any lagging behind. There was never any lack of focus. The intensity was always there, and like he said, like everything was done with an intention. Like we were all there to get better. Yeah. Like there was no, all right, well we'll just get. There was never like we'll just get through it. Like let's just get through it. It was like no, we want to do this. Like this is important to us.
Yeah.
So the thing about Mo is he never kept on going with the fitness stuff, and like didn't get too into the competing and stuff. But when he did
still train his balls off.
When he did train, he trained his ass off, and dude, like he takes that intensity in everything, and that's kind of what you look for, is someone that's intentional in whatever they do.
And I'll stand by this till the day I die. The best person I've ever worked out with is Alex. Alex is still the smartest guy, along with the most intense guy that I've ever worked. I call him the white Charles Glass. Literally, the white Charles Glass. The dude is just smart as hell. He's a natural dude, just like passionate about bodybuilding. Never done anything, never competed, but just lived the lifestyle. To live the lifestyle and never even step on stage, that's a different type of passion, I think.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's just you just love it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's a different type of passion, to eat a certain way. The dude ate 6 meals every day, and the dude ate 6 clean meals every single day. Like it was the same shit. Worked out hard as he could, no matter how old he got. XY. Like there's just no comparing to that. I think I still haven't found. Like there's still no one that has come close to that. Granted, like I love training with Chaz. I love training with that's basically it. Chaz is the only person I really train with. Yeah. That I can kind of get like the type of workout that I enjoy and think is beneficial out of. Other than Kyle, but me and Kyle don't train often. Yeah. Like there's people. I'm very selective with it as well.
For sure.
You have to be, though. If you want to get to a certain point, like you have to put yourself first, and you have to understand that, your environment is everything.
I don't like being like, it's difficult to like lead the workout and then also have no one, and then they expect you to push them only.
I agree.
And then there's nothing reciprocated. I don't want to feel like I'm just training you and I'm getting my reps in. I want to be pushed as well.
Yeah, it's an energy exchange.
Yes, and that's the thing. Like with Chaz, with Kyle, with you, when we work out, like it's like he said, it's an energy exchange. Like we're both there to get each other better and work together. So that's also something I look for as well.
Yeah. I also think that to be training with someone who genuinely enjoys training too, who it's like very fun to train with, I think that's really special too.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I can't tell you how frustrating, because like if there's someone I work out with and it turns out to be a bad workout or a bad training partner or something like that,
It's a waste of a day.
It's a waste, dude. I'm so angry. Like, nothing gets me angrier, and I'm like a very not angry person.
It's a learning experience, though.
It really is, and
You're like, I'm not gonna do that again.
which is crazy that kid said yes to work out with me, dude. Like, if someone came to my gym and like I didn't know him or anything like that, and to take a chance and be like, yeah, like you could come work out with me, and the chance that they could ruin your workout, that was nice. That shows a lot of character for him. Yeah.
And that
for me. Yeah.
That is so cool too, because it just shows like how powerful just going up to someone and just like shooting your shot. Like that could literally change your life.
It could really teach you how to talk to women,
That
or
too.
guys if you're into it,
I can't talk to women now because I'm a taken man.
No. We were
It's off
saying
the
like
market.
in general as a training exercises for you. Go up and ask random dudes to work out. Maybe you can ask that girl at the bar or the library. If you guys,
This guy's a clown, man.
What's the longest like training partner you've had? Like in terms of what's the longest extent that you've like worked with somebody?
Yeah.
Well, how long you guys going on now?
It's not lovers, it's just friends.
Lovers at first sight.
How long you guys been training together?
2018.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good minute.
Dude, I used to take the train every day to Lindenwald.
I used to pick Chaz
I respect that.
Yeah.
I used to pick Chaz up from Lindenwald. We always say, dude, if we had like the perfect scenario where we could train every day together, our lives would be so different.
It's so hard to make that happen. There's so much variability in schedules.
If you gave us a lane of like 1-2 years just to train each other,
give me a year to where we could just train together for a year, dude.
Not do anything else.
Yeah.
You can get there though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you guys are that far off.
Just need to win the lottery.
What do you mean? Why do you got to win the lottery?
Dude, we have the podcast.
It's just about getting your
It's the lottery.
schedules to line up. Like, why do you got to win the lottery?
If you guys subscribe, you guys can give me and Gio a chance.
We need.
Yeah, fuck me, right? Just sit in the middle for none of it.
Omar's writing the program.
You're not going to go pro, but you can go pro.
I'm never going to do any of that.
You're going to go pro and rehab.
You could be that guy behind us.
Okay, guys, give me the pity. Go ahead.
Yeah, you could be the dude who's like, that's our guy. He's up there. Me and Chaz were joking because we were like, when Marcelo and Rafa did the thing, we were like, that's
the fusion.
us. We're like, that could be us.
We're brothers.
Nah, that's awesome though. I do think like being able to line that up with somebody consistently is like
it's impossible, dude. If you have a normal
tough.
job in life,
it's very
impossible.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It's tough. But also, I wanted to say this as well, just if there's like any younger guys that are getting into this or females that are getting into this, one of the best things I think that anyone
You got to go through the rest of them.
What?
You got guys, you got girls, you got.
Oh, stop
Sorry.
it. I'm not going to get there.
Oh man.
One of the best things that anyone can
All
do
the
if they're
letters.
just starting out is to surround yourself with someone that knows more than you. When I really wanted to get into this sport, I like literally made it an intention of mine. At the point I had nothing to give to Justin when I like reached out to him.
Yeah.
But I was pretty well equipped with like the photo thing and like the video thing, and I knew that we all know Justin. Like, he's a guy that doesn't really want to record anything. He just wants to go in, Dorian it out, train. If social media wasn't a thing, he wouldn't care.
Yeah.
But at that point, I knew that if I could provide him with some sort of value and give what I could give to him, that would benefit him, but also would benefit me because I'd be able to have a training partner that could teach me the ropes and could push me the way that no one's ever pushed me before.
Yeah.
So if you guys like are looking to step up your game, try and do whatever you can to like provide something, even if you don't have a skill. Provide like energy or provide like motivation, like just by you being a good person and just pushing someone harder than like anyone's ever pushed someone before, you can get yourself in doors that you wouldn't necessarily be able to get into. Because like, again, the intention thing, I literally would sit in my car before training with Justin. I would fucking tell myself like, I'm going to push this guy as hard as I possibly can today, so that way I can consistently be this guy's training partner. And that did a lot for me. I was
just saying, you're definitely in a unique situation. Not a lot of people get into training and can jump into it with somebody at that level that early. Like, I had a barbell in my basement. Just had to figure it out from there for the most part. Like, that was it.
Yeah, like I was lucky enough to, I always worked out because of sports, but like I didn't really get to training style that we know now that I do. Like, it was with Alex.
Yeah.
I met Alex luckily when I was like 18 years old, and that dude just took
That's
me
when you
under
started training bodybuilding?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was when I learned how to train properly, and I got into it more seriously, yeah.
It's like that's like that quote, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Oh my God, that dude, he loves it, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, like
They just
being
come.
with someone so passionate about it as well makes you so much more willing to want to learn from them. And like
Yeah.
I said, I mean, the guy's physique is crazy for like a natty. Like,
Yeah.
like his fucking abs just look like they're chiseled 24/7. Like he's hard as nails. He's got one of the widest backs I've ever seen.
You love him.
He loves
Yeah.
this guy.
Look at
Dude,
his face.
He's so jealous.
I can see it in your eyes.
You
love
don't,
him.
you don't talk about me like that.
You never get that look in your eyes.
Oh my God, you're the fucking worst, man. I'm not gay.
No, but training partners is huge. I like that topic.
I
think
will say also, like, I didn't mention him because I'm never near him, but Kyle also is a great training partner. Kyle's great.
coach.
Yeah, Kyle. He's one of the few people who I enjoy his training style as well. I mean, we're similar, but like he pushes you.
The guy I trained with the kid, he was a lot like Kyle. Sounds just like him, honestly. They just both have that like very like monotone,
deadpan
like
monotone,
yeah, deadpan, and
yeah, Kyle's a pussy. But no, it is very important. Training partner is important, but I mean, not everyone has the luxury of having a training partner. I think most importantly, like you have to find it within yourself to push yourself and to take the time out of your own day. If you want to learn, go learn. I mean, like I learned a ton of shit. Like I didn't learn just from being around people. I learned from looking shit up and taking an interest. Like we talk about it all the time. Like I'd watch Dorian Yates, I'd watch Tom Platz, I'd watch Sean Ray, Lee Priest, and then I started watching nothing but fucking John Meadows videos, dude. The guy's smart as a whip, man. Yep. And then I watch nothing but Charles Glass videos. Yep. And they all have different ways of training, but like when you compile all that knowledge together, it gives you something, you know? It gives you some type of progress.
It's really not that complicated to put it together.
Yeah,
it's pretty
really
straightforward.
Not. Like you just you compile a bunch of information and you see what works for you and what you enjoy. And then you go from there. And if you're too fucking lazy to do that, then maybe you don't want it back.
That's the fun part too. You can just be like a real life test dummy and just like see what works for yourself and what doesn't.
Yeah,
work.
but nobody wants to take the time to test.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. That's the hard part. Is you need a lot of consistency to test it out.
Yeah.
You can't do one thing one week and another thing the next week, and you have to do these things consistently, which is hard for people to do.
I think with you, when we did that training program, that was probably the most consistent like program you'd been on, right? Because we had you on for like over a year.
Yeah.
Like I did Chaz's workouts for over a year. I mean, he blew up pretty nicely. I mean, the guy made crazy, and you weren't in an off season for long. Like you were getting better while in the deficit too.
That was before my last show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did his whole plan.
My back, yeah.
Yeah,
it was mainly the beginning of prep, I think, and my back, like, got a lot
You look
bigger.
great.
My back's gotten
Last
just
time.
over these past 2 years that I've been in off season. My back, just because of what Gio's taught me a lot. Yeah. I feel my lats so much more, and everything.
But dude, I remember like we went to. I never forget this day. We went to Egg Harbor the one day, Egg Harbor Tillis, and we weren't training the same thing. He had back, and I think I had push, but we wanted to go to the gym at the same time and hang out after. And I look over and I see this dude rowing, and I'm like, "What the fuck is he doing?" And like, it just looked so awkward. And I look at him, I was like, "You feel any of this in your back?" He was like, "Nah, not really." he's like, I really struggle to feel my back. And I was like, "You're pulling everything with your fucking shoulders. That's why." I was like, the whole movement is all shoulder tension. Like you have, and then I was like, "You ever just look at your physique and notice what's super built?" And he was like, "My shoulders." I was like, "Yeah, Chaz, your shoulders." and I spent the workout with him just correcting little things and helping him like build that mind and muscle. And dude, his back's probably been like the most improved thing on him, like in the past like 2 to 3 years. Like it's just grown and grown and grown.
Isn't that crazy? You can train for like 10 years and then on the 10th year you still like don't know what you're doing.
I just told
super common.
I just told these two the other day. Like I just started being able to feel the teardrop part of my leg training. Like I just started, like after all these years of training, like I just was able to finally lock in.
Wasted all that time.
I know.
Yeah, wasted all this time. I mean, obviously, I've never had crazy legs. Like they're decently proportionate to my physique, but like I don't have like Chaz nice legs or like crazy legs.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping this changes that. like it just goes to show you, like it takes a fuck ton of time, and like,
And you can still learn. Always still learn.
yeah, absolutely.
I do like the counterpart of that argument, not argument, but just like topic of like having training partners. I think you're going to go through seasons of like where you want to train alone.
Yeah.
I've definitely had that.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I definitely feel that now.
Mm-hmm.
where I'm at a point now. I think it's just more so just being bombarded by people all the time that I want to be alone during that time period.
Dude, you're with people 24/7. Of course, you don't want to be around anybody.
Yeah, it kind of sucks sometimes. But I will say, every once in a while, you sprinkle in like a good lift with like the boys or something like that.
You're
and
back.
just kind of, I'm like, damn, like this is like.
That's why I never ask Umar to lift. Me
miss
and
it.
Umar always correlate to lift like randomly when it's just.
Oh,
like
it's so I still can't get over that arm workout we had that one day.
Dude.
I wasn't there, so I wouldn't know.
It's like having a second girlfriend, man. You just can't fucking win with this dude.
No, it was super spontaneous, man. We just
Dude.
did some extracurriculars before the lift, and it was just.
Yeah, it was a little bit.
Mind muscle connection.
Some extracurriculars.
It was a little bit of the devil's lettuce, and let me explain. Let me explain before I get bombarded. So I've heard so many different things about THC before a workout, and I know so many people that swear that THC before a workout is fucking this is it, and I'm like, dude, I touch that stuff and I'm a fucking paperweight. Like I ain't doing shit. You know what I mean?
Right?
Like there's no way. So I was talking to Umar and I was like, you know what, I'll try it because he had mentioned that it does help, but we found the sweet spot. Like I think that's what it is. Like you gotta nail the amount because
Edible and the 1-2 puffs.
now what? What are you
Lord, I wouldn't be able to get out of my couch if
I would have been eating Oreos on the leg press, dude. Are you kidding me?
I have a question though. Like, does this apply to like training legs? Or
No, so that's
could
the-
this only
so-
be like shoulders?
So
or
this
like
was
arms?
we had
This was an arm
specifically hit
day, dude,
arms.
all right?
Yeah,
No, I know.
I know people that will do that and like PR on like
no.
bench press or like
I couldn't.
like leg press or just like hitting legs in general. Like that's crazy to put that kind of weight on while
Yeah.
not being all together there. Like that's
But let
way
me
too
tell you,
risky.
dude, the
Scary.
arm pump, dude. Like I felt like,
Felt muscles I didn't feel ever.
Yeah, probably crazy.
dude, I felt like Paul Atreides and Dune, man.
No, it was a great workout, dude. I was sore for days. I remember I texted him after, like, how you feeling? I was like, damn, dude, like,
Dude, my fucking arms were smacked.
like,
I should probably try that, honestly. On an arm day.
I'm telling you, dude, it was such a small like.
and we didn't go like even the actual workout itself. Like we weren't like in each other's face, like screaming like this or that.
But we
It
weren't
was
pushing
so
each other.
focused.
Yeah, we were just
like
we were pushing each other.
we really
man.
weren't talking that much. It wasn't here. It was at a public gym. We were just like really focused on contractions and just like slow rhythm and like focusing on tempos and just everything was great. And I was like, damn, dude, like I'm feeling phenomenal.
Yeah.
Dude, it was a great workout.
I know, people that smoke before they pose and stuff like that.
Wow, man. Like,
What?
Posing, I understand
Yeah, posing.
for sure.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, dude. I can't do shit.
Really?
Like you usually, no. Like I'm not. Listen, I smoke usually to go to bed, or just to kind of decompress, get the stress out, fight the demons, whatever they want to call it, and that's it. And like you want me to do strenuous activity, dude? I know I work in blue collar, dude. I know guys who are fucking high from the moment they wake up to the moment they go to bed, and they can't function without it. And I wouldn't ask them to. Like, they're more dangerous sober than they are high. And I know that's fucking insane to say.
Yeah.
No, that is a reality.
But,
though,
like,
for
that's
some
the
people.
reality. Like, dude, I know guys, like, when I was working in the union and I was in Pittsburgh, man, these guys were so methed out. Like, if they didn't have meth, they weren't worth a fuck.
Like actual meth.
Yeah, what else would I be talking about?
I don't know,
Is
dude,
that a
like,
code word to you
they're
for
doing
something
meth?
else? Yeah.
I have no comment
tell you right
on this
now, the
one.
info-
No comment on this
Listen,
one.
I'll tell you
No
what.
comment. Don't do meth. That's the comment.
Well,
That
yeah,
is
obviously that's the comment.
100% the comment.
But I'm telling you right now, the infrastructure of this country was built off of guys doing meth. All right, I'm telling you. And let me tell you, I mean, I've worked with
At least alcohol.
well, I mean that's a given. But I've worked with meth heads and I've worked with fucking pot heads, and I tell you right now, I'll take the meth head 24/7. That guy will work for 16 hours straight and be like, oh, "We ain't done yet." I tell you, fucking insane.
It is crazy what you see like on construction sites. It's wild.
Dude, I think it's the number one drug industry in the world when it comes to like occupations, right, or some shit like that.
Really?
Something like that.
Which is
Probably,
crazy because
that makes-
OSHA's just out here not doing their job.
Yeah, you want the work to stop?
Yeah. So do you want the building?
I mean, be realistic. I mean, these guys are working 12 to 16-hour days on heavy construction.
Yeah.
Like, do you really expect them to function without any extracurricular or anything in there?
I mean, yeah, with the I mean, I don't know. It's just nuts.
Like, after a while, dude.
How do we get to this?
I work
I have
12
no
hours
clue.
a day. I don't need meth.
Yeah, but you work 3 days
You're
a
a
week.
pediatric nurse, bro. I hope
Yeah.
you don't need that.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
bleep that out. That's not supposed to be
No,
out
it's
there.
fine.
Okay.
No, like,
I just
that's what I'm
can't
saying. Like, you work 3 hours. You work 3 days a week usually, right?
Yeah.
These guys work 6 to 7 days a week.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like,
And,
when
like-
I was in Pittsburgh, I was working 6/12s.
Mhm.
Dude, I tell you right now, after working 612s for 3 months, I looked at those guys and I was like, I get it.
Makes sense.
Well, you were the biggest you've ever been, so.
That's true.
He used to be huge, dude. Yeah, his arms used to be jacked.
Dude, I was fucking
massive. What's the deal with you? What's going on? Are we in prep? Are we not in prep? What's going on?
No, I'm still in my off season, dude, doing the thing and staying as strict as I can. I mean, I had to fuck up because, dude, like they keep shipping me out, man. It's tough.
Sending you away for work? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's tough,
dude.
man.
It's rough.
I'm in like the worst circumstances, but like luckily the weight's still going up and I'm still progressing nicely. I'm 208 right now, which is nice because he's not pushing food like crazy.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see the scale go up.
Hell yeah.
And I'm getting stronger, which is fucking great. I just told him, I was like, dude, since the injury, since I tore my chest.
Yes. Gio did tear his pec.
Yeah, never touched incline dump, never touched any free weights, right? Okay. The other day I was like, fuck it, let's see what happens. Dude, I did incline dumbbell press. Dude, I did the 90s for 8. Nice, clean,
just
slow
be
reps.
Careful.
No, I'm not gonna push it, but I didn't push either. There was no struggle.
Yeah.
And I was just shocked that even kicking them up didn't hurt. Like I felt no pain. It was just the most comfortable reps, and I was like, "This is nuts." Nice. I was like,
"Still be careful."
I was like, "How is it that I tore a pec and am still stronger than Chaz?" I was like, "How did this happen?" Like,
you can't hit 90s.
I'm 213. I am
Hold
213.
Hold up. No. We're gonna revisit this. You can't hit 90s for 8.
I'm 213 pounds. I don't need to.
Hold up. I just can't. No. You're lying. Really? I'm not judging. I'm taking my judgment.
I probably could. I just haven't done it lately.
No judgment.
I tell you what. Let me tell you right now. I don't care what Chaz says. Whenever he trained with me, he was the strongest he's ever been. Dude, that guy was throwing up 285 on the fucking incline bench.
Yeah, Gio pushes,
getting close to 315.
What happened, dude?
I just haven't
pussy without me. That's what it is.
I've been focusing on my legs. 315 for 9.
I saw that on a free weight.
It's good, right? Free bar.
Listen,
I was gonna say like
405. Let me know.
Oh hell yeah.
Your legs are getting stronger consistently.
Yeah, seriously, it's great. Yeah, everything's going good. Honestly.
Well, I want to bring you back to Kyle real quick. What is your plan in the near future? Are you hopping back in? Are you gonna do anything? You gonna work with Coach? What are you doing?
So I'm still working with Coach.
TC Muscle, Dan Houghton.
Yeah, the GOAT, man. If you guys don't know who Dan Houghton is, you gotta go show him some love. That's one of the best guys I know. But
I heard good things about that dude, man.
Dude,
I mean, we follow each other, but like, I like.
Let's talk about Dan. No, let's talk about Dan for a second.
I like how he talks. I like how he presents himself. He's very professional. He seems super respectful.
Family man.
He is one of the best guys I know. I'm actually being mentored by him right now. I've been mentored by him for about like 4 months now in terms of like coaching because I'm just looking to like learn more, and I don't want to like take on all these people without the knowledge. And like let me go right to the source. And this guy's like he's just a book of knowledge.
It's good.
But I was kind of just like staying consistent. I wanted to stay lean for a while just because of the whole social media thing, and that can kind of be to like your detriment. But now I've come to terms with it. I'm like, I do want to eventually compete again in the near future, maybe like a year. So I am pushing weight a little bit more, but I would say I just got back to eating more food. My food was low. My cardio was somewhat high just because I wanted to just like look the part for social media and stuff. But
yeah.
And that's at some point you got to flip the switch and you just got to embrace it.
You do, bro.
Dude, you got to go full Rich Piana, just
you do.
blow up.
Well, I don't
just
know about full Rich Piana. You got to
look at this.
Try to get thick and muscular as possible.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, Chaz. Tell him.
Let's go. That's a test on
it all depends on what like your goals are, though. So like if you want to compete, then
if your goal is to be a fucking beta the rest of your life.
No, you're right. I agree with you. Right. It depends. It really just depends on where you're going.
Yeah.
No, he is right. It is tough because like most people feel the need to stay lean because they want to pursue social media. Like, and that kind of, like he said, it's detrimental to any type of progress.
It is detrimental. It's also detrimental to your mental health as well because that thing fell down like 6 times, boy.
This thing's got deca dick.
Yeah, no, I understand that. That was the main thing I learned over these like last 2 years, just like kind of being an off season, but like I'll just like go for a stretch of like 12 weeks, really like hitting it hard and trying to be as consistent as possible, and then like just taking a break. If I don't hit my meals, I don't hit my meals. Like that's okay. Yeah. But I did the work for those 12 weeks. Like I'm really okay with it. The muscle's not gonna go anywhere. I promise, dude. Like calm down.
Yeah, it's something a lot of people don't understand.
It's crazy, dude. And I was crazy with it too, obviously.
Yeah, you were. I used to tell you all the time, like, dude, relax.
You're not gonna lose muscle,
dude.
Even if you don't, like, I tell people, you could not work out for 3 to 5 months. If your food is there, you won't lose muscle.
That's what I tell people all the time, man. I have people who are like,
and it's not an opinion. That's a fact. Like, that's
it's science, though.
You
can't argue that.
And there's a difference.
It's all mental, though.
Yeah,
for sure.
And there's a difference between being flat and losing muscle. And a lot of people think maybe you're just not eating the same amount of carbs, obviously not moving weight around and getting blood in the muscle. No. So you are a little flat. And people think that, oh, I've lost all this muscle. You just eat a couple meals for like a week. Yeah. And then start going to the gym more consistent. You'll be just as full.
My body blows up. Because I starve myself mostly. Not on purpose, but because I just don't eat.
For religious purposes.
But quite literally. Like,
yeah, when there's no dog around, there's nothing to eat.
I'll eat for like a week and I'm just like, holy crap, this is what it feels like when there's in your body.
People just, like, I don't know, I guess it's anxiety.
It's weird to me.
It's anxiety of just like, I don't want to lose the muscle. I can't lose the muscle. I can't take a break.
It's the body dysmorphia. It's the fucking mental illness that comes with the sport, dude. You either got it or you don't.
What is your deal? What's the plan?
Just keep trying to get as big as possible.
Still.
Yeah.
Hit the Arnold next year.
Hit the Arnold. Dude, I told myself that.
It's invite only, bro.
So my mom, yeah, whatever. I'm going to blow up, dude. Once this podcast takes off, I'm going to blow up and I'll get the invite.
It's also only pros.
That's why I didn't want to say that, Gio.
It's in the works.
I didn't want to say that.
You guys don't understand.
I wanted to say I was going to go pro first and then
card?
Yeah.
What show?
Probably nationals.
Let's go. I'm excited.
Well, that's the only way you can go pros at a national show.
No,
nationals. You're talking about the Florida one or the nice? Yeah. I didn't know if he was being specific or not. I was curious.
But what was I saying?
Mom.
Oh yeah, my mom.
Great reminder.
My mom, she graduated when she was pregnant with my little brother, and she graduated from St. Mary's.
He'll get there, don't worry. It sounds
I was like, where are we going?
She graduated from St. Mary's, and they were handing out diplomas, and Arnold was there, and he was handing out diplomas. She got a picture on stage.
Why was Arnold there?
I don't know.
He lives in California.
He was the governor at the time.
Oh, okay.
So he was going around doing that kind of stuff, and he handed my mom the diploma. She was crying, and she has a picture of it.
Nice.
And
he wants to.
That's why you want to do the
magic, yeah.
Okay.
But I told him that he should die so I can have motivation. So when I go,
oh my god.
So when I go to the Arnold, I go to the Arnold, I can
make
do
a Rocky movie about bodybuilding.
I can do it for him. I'm like my fucking best friend, and there's this picture of me and him at like one of his shows he competed at.
You gotta talk to Arnold. Say it to
him. The Apollo Creed for his Rocky.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. They'll make a movie about you,
dude. It'll be a fucking Netflix doc.
It'll be about me.
Yeah, and your death and my triumph.
It's wild. We're killing Chaz.
You know what's crazy is that these are the conversations me and him have on
the
alone.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
really. Dude, I was just wondering the other day, like, can you imagine Gio like handling a death of a friend like me?
Pretty easy, man.
I have a hard time comprehending him handling anything.
Exactly, right?
What does that even mean?
Exactly. I mean, that's what we're wondering.
Do you cry or like what do you do?
Have you ever cried? Like past 18, when did
sarcasm a lot.
When did you cry last?
As a defense mechanism.
He's just like, oh my god, they know.
He's fixing the jacket. First of all, this isn't turning into a fucking therapy session.
Of course.
By the way,
turn all the cameras.
I don't ever want to hear Kyle say he uses it as a defense mechanism.
I wasn't the one that said that. That wasn't even me.
Kyle's like, he uses humor a lot. Like,
you do though.
I'll never forget, man.
There we go.
Oh fuck yeah, flaccid fucking Mike. I'll never forget, man. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and I had known her since like fucking we were 14.
Okay.
And she's known.
So when was this conversation? How old were you then?
We were like 22.
Okay.
And we were just talking, and I made like a dark joke, the usual, like nothing out of the fucking ordinary. And she just stopped and looked at me, and she was like, "You use humor to cope," and I was like, "Ugh."
Just analyzing you?
Yeah, for no reason. Like, and I was like, "All right." I was like, the fuck's your problem?
So you never talked to her again?
No, I did. And then I was like, but what I asked her.
She's on to me again.
And I was like, yeah, but who says it out loud? Like, what the fuck's your problem? She's like, I've been going to therapy, so like I notice these things now. And I was like, here we go, dude. It's like, there's always that person, you know, that goes to therapy and all of a sudden wants to dissect your fucking issues in front of you. Like,
that's fair.
Yeah. She was like, you also have toxic masculinity. I was like, all right, give it a rest, dude.
It's definitely there.
Yeah, for sure. But like, you know.
Maybe you should take up the monk lifestyle. Kyle knows about that.
Yeah,
I can.
Yeah,
teach
tell
you
us
a little bit.
Tell us a little about what you've done over the last what has it been, a year, 2 years? Yeah. Excuse me.
Other than be barefoot around places, what else do you guys
like? What
do?
made you go on the journey that you did? And why did you
explain to the camera?
Yeah, what you exactly went through. Don't get too crazy.
Okay, I won't get too crazy, but
don't scare anybody.
There's a few things I never really shared this with too many people, but
and you're gonna do it on the podcast.
Yeah, I'll do it on the podcast. Because I want to open up more, and that's been like an intention of mine to open up. But as everyone, I've had like a very tough childhood, and my father was never really around. And so it was kind of just like me, my mom. She got kicked out of her father's house when he found out that she had me. And it was kind of just like the two of us for a while. And it was like really tough. And I just remember like just seeing things and experiencing things that I shouldn't see. And that kind of made me have to learn how to use my mind to my advantage. And I kind of like created a false reality in my head because what was actually here was really hard for me to handle. And so just at like a very early age, I just became obsessed with the power of the mind and how much that can actually do for someone. And then that happened like my entire childhood, which there's not enough time to get too much into it, but that taught me a lot. And then when I was in high school, one of my best friends actually committed suicide, like one of my number one best friends in the world. And that like really, really did something to me. And it just showed me like, man, like you got to check up on your people, man. And you got to be the guy that even at someone's worst, like can just like leave someone with a smile, leave someone with the impression of increase. And those two things have kind of just been like my motivating factor in my life. I just feel like, I just know that there's so much more to this life than just like this. And like, we're all supposed to be happy, bro. We're all supposed to enjoy things and spread love and give as much as possible. And yeah, that's kind of just been like my life mission to just prove, I guess, to myself that I can create whatever reality that I want in this world. So that way other people who also feel hopeless can do the same. So that's why I've always been like so big into the self-improvement and into like the meditation. This past summer, I went on a 2-week retreat with one of my best friends to Texas. I stayed at an ashram and I lived and trained with monks. And it was actually one of like the...
Sorry, you stayed at what?
An ashram. So it's like a community where like just spiritual practitioners just like stay, live, eat, sleep. And we would wake up at like 4:00 every single day. We would meditate for like 5 hours every single day. It was absolutely insane, but also in like the best way possible. And yeah, it was really cool because they were so spiritually advanced that they actually would never talk about the past if it was not to their benefit.
Damn.
And that's something crazy that I really took with me because there's nothing except for right now. And if you're just going to consistently talk about the past, you're literally wasting so much time. You're wasting so much mental energy. And I think that that's a message that I would want to share with people because right now is all we have. And even if you're just like overthinking and stressing about the future, it's doing nothing to your benefit. But yeah, that's kind of just where I've been. I've just kind of been on like a self-improvement journey, just trying to be the best version of myself that I can possibly be, like accomplish all of the goals and dreams that I have set out for myself. So that way I can give people hope because that's something that I've always wanted as a like young child. And I've never really gotten to like get that for myself. So I just want to just be someone that people can relate to.
So you're trying to be the person that you wish that you had when you were younger.
Yeah, honestly, bro. Honestly, yeah. I'm trying to be the person that I've, like how I am towards, I have a younger brother and I care so much about him and he's like a huge driving force for me. So like that relationship that I have with him is what I want to be for like everyone else. You know, just like an inspiring, motivating guy that is real and doesn't sugarcoat anything, you know, like this shit. I mean, you guys understand, bro. Like this shit is not easy. Yeah, like sure. life is not easy. And especially when you're going after something that you're really passionate about, there's a lot of times where you're really confused. And I'm sure that you've been very confused and in your head so many times, bro, taking out like all of the money that you've invested into this. But yeah, I mean, that's why we do it though. But I would like to talk about the mental health side of bodybuilding and also like the mental health side of like where you guys are at as well, because I think that these are things that don't get talked about enough.
Yeah.
And I think that you guys have a flaccid mic, but also a good voice to open up and share like with people.
Two things I want to say. One, for those watching, I think the one thing about Kyle is that everybody that I've ever talked to about you, they're always like the most positive. And you are also along those same lines. Yeah, but you
Kyle,
do leave a very positive, lasting impression on people. And it's not everyone's cup of tea. That's fine. That's always going to be the case. That's life. But every single time you bring a type of energy where I'm just like, damn, I do feel better like after you've gone. You know what? No matter how negative my day has been, or no matter how like good it's been, like you still come in and bring that vibe that I need whenever we interact with each other.
I agree. You do radiate a lot of positive energy, and I think it's very impactful, even if you may not think so. I've told Chaz and Umar multiple times after seeing you briefly, or just getting a random text from you, whether I was in prep or not, and you just being supportive. It's very different. And
oh yeah, you don't find that.
Yeah, definitely very rare for anyone to be that way, So
it's effort, dude. You put in effort.
It seems
it's love, bro.
Yeah.
It comes from a very authentic.
You could definitely
place.
feel it. It feels like it's almost like endless. The amount of positivity.
You're a walking warm hug, my boy.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, a lot of people have always said that to me, and I think it's because I've never really had like family growing up.
Yeah.
So like those that are like really close around me, like I genuinely consider like you guys like family, like brothers, people that I can trust, and like I just would treat you guys the way that I would like treat my younger brother. You know? So I appreciate that.
Of course.
Yeah. What was the second thing?
The second thing was kind of like going to where you said, because I know where you fall in terms of spirituality. Actually, I don't, so that's why I want to bring it up. So you went to that. What did you call it?
It was. I would say it's like
What do you call that?
A 2-week monk retreat.
Okay, so you went to like a retreat where you went to that, and it's basically you're going to like the most not extreme, but like a very high level form of spiritual type of retreat, right?
It was.
And then Gio, on the other hand, for me, based off like what we've talked about and stuff, you're very like more so here, realistic, what's tangible, and this and that. You don't really talk about that kind of stuff.
I mean,
this is actually why I want to talk about it, because I know it's not like something that like you get into. Like you're very realist. You're like this here now. Like that away.
I
like
think a lot of that has just come from life experiences more so.
Yeah.
I think it's been, I think it's very. And I hate to say it. I think it gets to a point to where it's kind of naive to think that everything's going to be good.
Yes, I agree with that.
I think it's very detrimental to anyone's mind to just. Like I said, we talked about it as optimism. I think optimism is great, but I think at some point it can be very detrimental and naive to an extent, to where if you think everything in life is going to be good and great and rainbows and sunshines, you're going to set yourself up to be disappointed, miserable, and probably not feeling great half the time, And the way I look at it is like I've told you guys, most of the time life sucks. I mean, and the biggest part about as a adult or as a human is growing up and learning to appreciate all the things that are good, like the little stuff, like this little bit of time that we get.
I agree.
Or maybe like a small experience that you get to have where we all get together for dinner, and we get those 2 hours out of the day, even though the other 8 hours you were stressed at work or miserable or whatever it may be. At the end of the day, I look at it like you said from a more realistic point of view, is that the world's a very dark and sad place most of the time, and the whole point of I think existence is to help other people find happiness, and have happiness for yourself, and make the best out of it. I think that's the biggest part. Spirituality wise, I mean, I guess by identity it's Christian,
sure,
but
do you ever lean on any of that? Like you don't talk about mental health ever.
He doesn't like it.
No,
it's not.
I'm trying to make you uncomfortable. I'm kidding, but I actually want to know.
It's not that I don't like the whole
People
mental.
Get to see a side of Gio they've never seen.
He's opening up.
I know. I love this.
It's not that I don't.
I'm coming to you next.
It's not that I don't dislike. Like everyone thinks that, and obviously,
show the people the real Gio.
Yeah, obviously, people think that I'm like the asshole and like the shitty person. But obviously, if you see who I surround myself with, they wouldn't be my friends if I was actually that guy. Granted, I am the darker and more abrasive one out of the group.
Brooding.
Not just a skin tone.
Yeah,
Brooding.
Definitely the more ruder one in certain circumstances. But, I look at Christianity, and I guess in the mental health aspect, I just fall on the point of like I said, life's not easy, and I don't believe in constantly giving everyone crutches and excuses to do or act however they want just because they're not mentally okay. I don't believe in that. I think that is a very, very detrimental way to be, and it's showing in society. You know, everyone who gets upset and doesn't get what they want, and then they're like, I need a mental health day.
So how do you deal with your like real life problems? Like, do you really just chalk it up and throw it in the back and be like, I'm gonna?
I've learned at a young age, and this is from having, as you know, a very stern brown father, and then also having a Puerto Rican mother. You know, like, it is what it is, you know, and it sucks that that's like a saying, but like, it used to be bad to where I was like fucking stone cold, dude. Like, didn't matter, nothing mattered, could not give a fuck less, you know, like, if I died tomorrow, must be my plan, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously, I've grown out of that a good bit, but, like, I was at that point, you know? I was at a point to where even my dad, I remember, like, it's not funny, but we were going to funerals, like, left and right. Like, we had a lot of family dying. I didn't bat an eye in any of them. Didn't cry, not a single tear, nothing fell from my face. And
I have a hard time with that, too.
And it wasn't, it just, and the worst was, I looking back on, like, I didn't feel a thing. Like, I numbed it out to the point to where, like, I couldn't feel a thing, dude. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until my junior year of high school, similar to what Kyle said, my best friend killed herself.
Damn.
And she was my bestest friend in the whole world.
What?
And we had
I didn't know any of this about you guys. Is this a common thing? Jesus.
No, I mean, it's not something I feel the need to share.
Yeah.
I keep most of my personal emotions to myself.
We know.
I'm sure.
Yeah, we know.
But
not once have I ever seen a tear fall from this dude's face.
And you probably won't.
Oh, I know. This is the closest we're ever gonna come. Look at that glaze on his eyes.
But yeah, she took her life, and dude, I had talked to her every single day leading up to it as well. And then I just got that call, and it was like the first time I felt something in a long time.
Damn.
And it crushed me, man. I had no idea how to deal with it. And, you know, luckily it awakened the feeling and emotion, but unfortunately that stern and coldness was still there.
Yeah.
And I guess, like I said, I mean, I learned at a young age to just, whatever I can't control, it's not worth worrying about. You do what you can. And that's how I kind of looked at it, a lot of things. Mm-hmm. And I was always just taught, you know, unfortunately, the man aspect of life was to, you know, you bear the brunt of the bad. And
that's true.
You sacrifice what you need to make sure the people around you have what they want and, you know, are happy. Yeah. And that's kind of what I've always done. Like, even now, I mean, you guys see it. Like, I work 6 to 7 days a week in hopes that, you know, my girlfriend can do
what you're supposed to do.
My girlfriend gets the things that she wants in life in the future that she hopefully hopes for, you know? And at my sacrifice, whether it's my mental health, whether it's my physical health, whether it's whatever it is, I mean, that's what I believe that I'm supposed to do. And whether that's right or whether everyone else believes in it, that's up to them. But
not their problem.
Yeah, you know,
living your own life.
You know, like maybe it's not progressive way of thinking, but I mean, I don't give a fuck. You know, like, I don't believe in the whole mental health thing. I think we're here and we serve a purpose, and as long as you're not going out of your way to fucking hurt anybody or make anyone else's day shitty, I mean, do what the fuck you want to do.
Right.
You know? That's about it.
Yeah.
Your turn. Oh, no, seriously. So you said when he was talking about funerals, you said that's something that's really hard for you. Can you want to elaborate on that?
No, I don't know why though.
You don't want to elaborate, or like?
No,
I
don't know.
Okay.
I don't know why.
No, I was like, oh, I'm so sorry.
I don't know why I do that. I'm there and I take in the experience and everything, but like it's like interesting to me to like.
There's a lot of shock too.
Yeah, to see like
death.
Yeah, to see death and how people react in certain ways, and like I'm definitely like an observer, and I like look at everything, but I don't feel it. I guess I can make myself feel it. Like, I remember when my uncle passed away from lung cancer. Like, I just had to try to like think about him as much as possible, and I made myself cry, but like I didn't it just didn't come to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of everything, like, other than funerals, I mean, I wasn't ever a feely person, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm sure you guys fucking know that, but yeah, and I mean, at funerals, nothing, you know, when life-altering events happen, nothing, like, you know, my brother had a lot of issues growing up, and dude, it was my brother, and I would just look at it and that's what it was. You
exactly,
know?
Yeah.
Kind of like I guess you could say I had a very black and white way of looking at things to where it was either good or bad.
Yeah.
And there was no, like,
in between.
Yeah, there's nothing else.
Yeah.
So for you, like, my thing is, like, you're such a, same thing as Kyle, right? Kyle, a little bit more, from the outside, sounds more spiritual, right? If somebody had to, like, put a label on it. You is just more so, like, this happy, like, people say, like, we joke about it, but we say you got this golden retriever type.
He
of
is golden retriever,
and you do, right? But like,
he is.
Like, there's got to be some form of like struggle, mental like side of it, where like do you ever feel like bogged down or like
He has his moments.
how do you go about
He
it?
complains to me about him.
I believe that.
Yeah, it's definitely like probably like a lot of anxiety, I guess. And I mean, just saying that.
It's all right.
And I can't really understand like completely how anxiety feels, but like definitely like anxious about the future and making sure I'm on track and making sure I got my next meal. I need to make sure that I'm doing everything I need to do to be successful. I'm just like
you're anxious in the way most men are. It's about success.
Yes.
And if they're doing what they need to do.
You're not doing enough.
Yeah, exactly.
That's called being normal.
Mm-hmm.
You should always have that on the back of your
Yeah.
neck. I think that's called being ambitious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that's the confusion with a lot of people is that they think that anxiety is
I
detrimental.
gotta get medicated. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. It's like no, you're on the
You
right
should
track.
feel pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Without pressure, there is fucking nothing. I mean, if you don't feel pressure to do anything, what the fuck is the point?
Yeah.
You know, like I don't understand that. Like he said, like everyone feels the need to get medicated. Everyone feels the need. I'm either depressed or I'm anxious. And I think all these people, like I don't. Growing up, when my brothers were in high school and I was young, like dude, I never heard the terms anxious or depressed.
Yeah, I will say that wasn't
Like that was
nearly
never
as
a
common.
fucking thing. Like it was either like because I think that's a slap in the face to people who are actually clinically anxious and depressed and like can't fucking function. Like but people will have a couple bad days and be like, I'm depressed. Like they throw that word around like it's nothing. It
is very loosely thrown around.
It's loosely thrown around. Like I said, I think it's very, very disrespectful to those people who actually suffer where they can't function or think or be a person, When you're just a little bit sad and you claim to be depressed, I think that's fucking ridiculous. That's the reason I don't support the whole safe space, mental health bullshit, because I think it's fucking disrespectful,
Yeah.
I also think, to add on to that, I think that there's a lot of good that can actually come with feeling that emotion, and a lot of people are just scared to do something with it. Like, if you're not feeling anything, then I would kind of maybe feel bad for you. But like to feel like bad, I would rather someone feel like horrible because like you can really tap into that emotion and like you can completely transform your life with that feeling.
Yeah.
But people are just scared to.
And going back on that, like when I previously just said like I didn't feel much of anything, the one thing I did always feel was that anxiety of always having to be successful from a young age, like no matter what. Like I blocked out the feelings that were like sad emotions or upset emotions or maybe things that would lead to either tears or feeling depressed. But those feelings of anxiety and things like, am I doing enough? Am I gonna be enough? Am I gonna make my dad proud? Like, is he gonna be proud of the man he raised? Am I gonna be able to provide for a family? Am I taking the right steps to get to that point? Those were the things that are always on my mind growing up. Like, I didn't give a fuck about if I was sad. There was no time to be sad. Because other things took priority over that when I was growing up. Like, there was no point in being sad. Life's too short, in my opinion, to even think about being sad.
Do you feel that, Umar? Like this, like anxiety over success and ambitions?
Bro, I tell people all the time. I was speaking at a place yesterday and I was telling them about it.
Oh yeah, you've been doing these speaking things.
Yeah, I've been doing like an all women's like business thing, which is kind of funny because I'm the one speaking there. But they just
funny.
brought me in. It's actually really cool to speak there, and it was really cool to like open up. I talked about the reason I'm diving so deep into the whole mental health thing is because I think she was 15 or 16-year-old girl asked me. She was like, "How do you deal with the stress and the anxiety of everything?" And because she was like, "You look like you're so well put together." I was like, "I cry a lot."
Yeah.
Privately. Like I used to when I was going to school.
Pussy.
Like no, dude. Like driving for me is like the only time like I let it all out. Like people don't even understand like the stuff that I talk about, the things
It's
that I
dangerous. By
that
the
I
way,
get
dude.
into.
This guy's gonna kill
it's the only time
somebody.
I can do it. To be honest, man. Like the pressure that I feel from, and it's all made up, right? Essentially, like,
It is.
None of
it is all made up.
None of it's
It
real.
is.
But like I think about my family back in Pakistan and like how I can support them. I think about like my parents crossed an ocean. Literally crossed an ocean.
Right.
And I'm like, I can't let them down. You know what I mean? And then there's the pressure of like, now we got social media, you got friends, you got all these people that believe in you. And it's like, oh, I will literally go in my car and be crippled by it. Like, I was going to ask you guys, like, have you ever had like a legitimate panic attack?
No.
I'd never believed in them for the longest time. I was actually when I was seeing one of my previous relationships when I was in grad school, like she was always having panic attacks. I just didn't like. I was like, you just gotta calm down.
I've been with someone who's had them, and I know my fucking toxic ass growing up. Like my mentality was like, no fucking such.
So that's how I was.
And then I see him in person, and dude, it's like a whole different fucking human.
Never believed it. Like for the longest time until I think I've had 3 total. Had one after her and I like separated. That was like so hard. I couldn't breathe. Literally couldn't breathe. I had one right there. At one point when I was like, this isn't going to work. Like I was ready to just toss in, like, you know, when I had my chairs all over here, just sat there. I was like, there's no air getting into my lungs. Like I was freaking out, tweaking. And I'm like, this is not okay. So like, I've definitely like had that. And like, I started believing, I'm like, stuff is real. Like it's not happening to everybody. Don't get me wrong. Like you said, it's very loosely thrown around. I'm not going to sit there and diagnose myself with this and that, but like I've been in life and death situations, and that felt like I was actually dying. Like I was really struggling.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in some pretty shitty situations, and even I haven't had a panic attack. I don't know what it's like. I've had very, very deep moments of stress to where, like, you know, I feel like I'm cornered, perhaps.
Yeah.
But like, nothing to where maybe like I can't breathe or like I can't function or I can't nothing like that.
And I'm not like somebody that just throws this stuff around. Like I've my family and I were held hostage, and we were still like, I was like, I can breathe fine. This sucks, but I can breathe fine. Yeah. But like this was like so bad. Like now I've just gotten to a point now where I really just I will openly talk about it a lot more.
Yeah.
And that's definitely made me more comfortable. I'm not into the whole let's just talk about it just to talk about it type of thing. Like you said, like I don't want to be part of that crowd that's just like loosely throwing it around. Like life is still hard. Like you still got to do the work. It doesn't matter if I'm upset. Doesn't matter if I cried. It doesn't this. Like I just do it just to get it out of the way. You wipe your face clean and you just move on. Like rub some dirt in it. That's just the reality of it. And thankfully our upbringings, yours, mine, like whatever you want to call it, like very different. Like our culture doesn't even believe in mental health like at all. Like the conversation doesn't come up. Like if as a whole society you don't talk about depression and you don't talk about mental health, it just can't exist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Once that concept becomes
you give it power.
Yeah, once you give it that like weight, like way too much, it becomes. And it's funny because we're sitting here talking about it, kind of like.
But I mean, but realistically, and I hate to say it, but I mean, if you look at the statistics in those countries, or even you look at the statistics of those immigrants that move here, they're the successful ones.
Yeah, and they don't.
If you the highest, I think the highest earning salaries in this country are Asian, and then right behind them is Indian.
Yeah.
And then you wonder
I think
why
India falls under Asia.
Yeah. Stupid.
I think that's why it's like it's
it's Asian and Indian, like they say. There was 2 different ones. They counted as Indian for some reason, even though Indians are Asian.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. But either way, yes, technically Asians are the highest performing. And I mean, it shows.
I think they're also the most like stressed out too, as well.
Oh,
yeah, I can believe that.
Pressure.
Well, they're also the ones who mostly end up immensely unhappy as well, because a lot of them don't feel like they can chase their dreams. A lot of them feel like they're cornered into a profession that their parents want them to do. And, you know, a lot of them are doing it mainly because that's all they were told to do growing up, you know, like I'm sure Umar can relate. Like we were always told, like your goal is to either go to college and get a good job and make good money and provide, or, you know, you're a fucking loser.
Yeah, it was doctor, engineer, lawyer. If not, get out of the house.
Oh man,
that, like straight up, and they didn't like it wasn't a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
it's not a joke,
people
man.
think it's a joke. Like I mean, like straight up, like there's families that I've known that have disowned their children completely, and it's like that extremeness is like it's just a culture. Like I'm not gonna hate on it.
And like Umar said, man, I mean, mental health, dude. Like I didn't know anything about this shit until I went to fucking college, man. Like it was insane. Like, and that's why I didn't do well in college, because I was just so out of my fucking element, like being in these classes, and you know, a lot of the shit that they were teaching was just so emotion based, and I was like, I got mostly frustrated because I was like, dude, I'm paying money to learn about how people feel. Like this is fucking ridiculous. Like, how the fuck am I gonna go get a great paying job learning about this dumb shit? You know, we're learning about shit that doesn't even it has been debunked and like proven wrong for years now. And, you know, when you speak out against it, you get villainized, you know? Like, and that was my thing. Like, I always said, like, this is bullshit. Like, and they loved it. Yeah. My professors hated it. And the kids loved it, you know?
You got to clip Gio with mental health is bullshit. That'd be great.
You said it, dude. You said it.
What's your counter to that? Because I see you thinking over there.
No, I don't even think I have a counter. I was just listening to what he was saying. Yeah.
No, it's very different. It's very different perspectives.
It is very different perspectives. I think that.
Do you look at us differently? Like, are we weird to you?
No.
Because I'm so curious, because you are very much so like, Your thought process is very different from ours.
I think the best combination is the way we were raised, along with those two mentalities. You know, like the sternness that we're able to. That's what I mean. Like I think the perfect balance is having these two guys' optimism paired with our integrity. Yeah, you know, not saying that you guys don't have integrity. We're just I'm saying it to an extreme of like this is all that matters is making money and having a career. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
No, I believe like. I'm definitely like an irrational optimist, and I always do whatever I can in any situation to try to see the good or like the lesson that could be learned. Right. But I'm also a realist as well. Mm-hmm. And I think that is very important because when the self-improvement trap gets tricky when you go into like the whole like manifestation, law of attraction thing, like you think that everything's all like sunflowers and rainbows, but like then you get smacked in the face with something. You're like, yo, I actually have to step up to the plate. This is actually a real thing. But I think the only thing that like is a little bit different with like, I would say like maybe me or Gio is I tend to correct his words a lot. Like if he posts something on his story or something like that, I'm like, yo, dude, like you don't need to be saying that. Like this is going to allow you got like whatever it is, try to look at it in a different lens because I ultimately believe that that's what's going to allow a better outcome to happen for you.
Yeah. You think he's abrasive?
I do think he's a little abrasive, yeah, but I mean...
Fight him.
But I love Gio, you know, and that's why I like...
And I will say, and I've told Chaz this a ton as
Isn't it crazy?
What?
You guys got a difference of opinion, but you can sit on the same couch together?
It's called being a fucking adult, by the way. It's fucking insane that people can't do that.
Yeah.
Like, dude, don't get me started on this world. I'll fucking freak out. But I've always said, essentially, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me fucking
It's the most calm we've had Gio ever.
Seriously, he's like
Christ, dude.
docile.
But no, I fucking, I tell Chaz this all the time, and I've mentioned you too whenever, like, you know, like I enjoy being around people like Chaz and Kyle, and that's why I keep them in my life, you know, other than the fact that they're great friends, it's just that they make me a better version of myself.
You think they balance your
anger? Yeah, for sure. Like there's times where like I've texted Chaz multiple times in the past 6-7 years that we've been friends, like just like, dude, I'm gonna fucking lose it right now. And Chaz is just like, just look at it like this, and I'm like, all right, fuck you, dude, fine.
Yeah, way to be reasonable.
Yeah.
And it's not even just a reasonable thing to do. It's just he's like, well, think about it in this way versus thinking about it in your way. And it's like, yeah, I got it. And I mean, as I've gotten older, obviously I've done much better with things like that. And
that's great.
Putting a different lens and perspective on things to where it's not just like, all right, let me freak the fuck out, you know? Yeah. And I'm not a psycho. Like, I don't like freak out and yell and throw shit or like things like that. It's more so like I internalize it and like there's screams in my head. And, you know, that's how it kind of looks. Or like I get to a point where I'm just like, fuck it. And I'm like, you know, it'll either be at work and I'll be like, go fuck yourself, dude. Like, I've said that at work to people and they've been like, oh, please don't, don't do this. So like, usually when I get to that point is like when I'll shoot Chaz or like, I'll shoot someone a text and be like, listen, am I fucking losing it for this? Or I've been man enough now as I've gotten older to admit it, maybe I'm wrong in certain circumstances. And I've put myself in the position to ask other people, like, listen, this is how I see this. Mm-hmm. Am I wrong for seeing it this way? Or does this fucking make sense? Yeah. And I can accept if they're like, well, you're kind of right, but you're kind of wrong. Or no, you're being an asshole. You know, like I can accept that, you know, and I've learned to do that more often than to just react. I think that's what a lot of people do right off the back is just react.
Agree.
And I think that leads to a lot of, you know, bad in life. You know?
It's all emotion based.
Yeah.
Which is funny. That's how I can't handle myself and I freak out and I throw shit and I get frustrated, which is funny.
He's the violent one.
Which I'm the violent one, but I'm also like the opposite of you and I'm very optimistic. But when I do lose my shit, I can't handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you probably do you let it pent up to a point to where you're just like
Yeah, pretty much.
But also nice. I've had years of experience of numbing shit like that out. Like, I don't.
And if you don't mind me asking, like, have you seen a lot of violence?
Yeah.
So do you try to like not want to recreate that?
Of course.
And the thing is, I haven't seen violence.
Yeah, so it's like you don't realize how what it does to
Listen,
someone.
when you get handcuffed, you know, like you know something's got to change. You know, like there's some things you just are like, all right, maybe I should stop fucking freaking out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
things
right.
like that. So, But yeah, I mean, also you see a lot of violence, or you just see a lot of arguments growing up with certain people, or like, you know, friends or family or whatever it may be. When you constantly see tension and shit like that, the last thing you want to do is be the reoccurring fucking event. And I was actually talking to people on my dad's side about this, and they were like, everyone that came from fucking Guyana is just a stern, fucking cold-hearted son of a bitch, you know? Like, they just have no ability to show fucking emotion. Yeah. And like, even then he was joking, but it was funny. He's like, you look at the pictures of them, and I'm sure you have the same type of fucking pictures of your elders and your uncles and aunties,
smiles,
and they're just like this,
straight faced.
They just look.
Even my mom. Like, I'm like, Mom, smile, and she's just,
they won't fucking do
and my mom's a great, I love her, like, but like, I have a picture of me, my mom, and my brother up there, and she hates it. Yeah. Not but I'm like, Mom, like, me and my brother are cheesing so hard. Well, at least I am, but I'm like, my mom's just not. They just don't. At all. Yeah.
And it sounds so small and silly. Yeah. But like, that's to the extent of like their lack of emotion. Is like they won't even smile in a fucking photo. You know. Yeah. So, you know, when you grow up with that, like, you obviously don't want to be that way. And, like, I give off a lot of those, I guess, vibes or energies of where it's like he's fucking negative. But, like, I'm really not. I just see the bullshit for what it is. And if I feel like it's bullshit, I'll fucking say it's bullshit.
Breaking the cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can break the cycle. I was just going to say, like, you have the power to change that in that moment, too.
Oh, yeah, I'll never be like that, dude. That's insane. I would never want my kids to be like that. You know, I'll never... I wouldn't be able to live with myself, man. You know, I'm going to be such a big fucking pussy when I have my kids. I am, man. I'm do everything for those faggots.
Oh, Yo. God damn it, dude.
All right, well, that's a bleep, so.
Edit that
out. Good Lord. You were doing so well. You were doing so well.
He did do very well.
It's just a word.
Listen, I'm not even going to make any comments. No, I'm just going to leave it there.
Guess what word he has to bleep out?
No.
Don't.
But no, I agree. I think breaking the cycle, I think that's your whole goal as a person too. Is like,
I agree.
You should learn,
improve.
Your goal in your generations is to constantly improve. You know.
Yeah, if you're gonna continue the bloodline, at least make it better.
Exactly.
You have to.
You don't want to be the
better.
same. Fucking,
Absolutely.
You know, that's the whole thing. Like, if your dad was an alcoholic, don't be an alcoholic. Try not to be. Do whatever you can not to be.
Be a better alcoholic.
Yeah. Don't see if you can top how much you could drink. You know what I mean? Or,
no, I agree
like
with you.
If you see violence growing up, be the opposite. You know. Mm-hmm. You know, like I see.
Take all the good things that you learn from your parents.
Like I've known a family my whole life, and like, you know, I've seen them. I've watched them grow up the whole life. And there's two brothers, and one of them, you know, he watched the same thing the other one did, and they just have two completely different ways of parenting, and it's fucking insane. Yeah. One of them is very abrasive, loud, very low patience, just like their parent was, and then the other one is the complete opposite, very patient, soft-spoken, more sensitive, and, you know, just better, you know. And you could tell, like, this is how I always say, like, you should be able to look at something and know that that's not right.
Yeah.
And why would you ever want to replicate something that you know isn't right, you know?
Yeah. 100%.
That's why I am the way that I am, because I grew up with like a lot of alcohol, like a lot of smoking. Like, I don't, anyone who knows me, like I'm like sober. I don't like smoke. I don't drink. I never.
Your body's a temple.
Yeah.
Like, when you tell me this stuff like that, I'm just like, I can't imagine how good you feel.
Body is a temple. Yeah, for sure. But there's nothing necessarily like against it. Do I think that stuff is harmful putting into your body? I do, but that's my own belief. But I've always been like super not wanting to, just because I've seen that stuff, and I was like, yo, I'm not gonna be that person for the people that are gonna look up to me. You know?
Sure.
So
I respect that.
All right, boys. I think
Wrap
that's about it.
How long was that? I was gonna say that
we hour and 16. Just want to say thank you, Kyle, because I do feel like we did dive into like mental health a little bit more than like we tried in the past.
I'm grateful.
Huge. We did. I mean, that was awesome. What was the dive? Is that what got you? I said
yeah,
the
you
dive.
said
Yeah,
the
whatever.
dive again.
Seriously, no, thank you. And that's a conversation that I did want to have, and like I think that's a conversation we can have with just about anybody.
Yeah.
When they come on talking about like the stuff they've been through.
You guys happy you got a different side of me finally?
Yeah, bro. People
opened up.
All the clips from this episode are just going to be you.
Me opening up.
Sad background music.
Yeah.
Just really zoom in on him slowly and just
you make it like gray, make the color.
Oh my
gray.
god, dude! Yes, 100%.
People will love it.
People are going to be so surprised to see this side of you.
Yeah, then I'm going to come back and say something wildly offensive.
We'll see. Next week,
I'll offset it.
Next week we will have Nick Walker on the podcast.
The
Excited for that. Yep.
You got to pick his brain, man.
Can't wait.
Yep.
Can't wait.
We only got him for 30 minutes, so we better make that
you gotta
a very efficient 30 minutes.
Write some notes or something.
Yeah.
Have some
Just
speaking points.
Ask him questions about the shit that he wants to talk about, man. This is fucking,
I'm just let him write it out. Whatever he wants to do.
Any last words, Kyle? Where can they find you?
If you guys want to follow me on social, Kyle Massi _. I'm very active on Twitter. It's kind of like my own like little journal. I know you guys were kind of shitting on journals at the last podcast, but
We were. No, he was. He definitely.
I know this
I
guy
did
shit
not.
on journals,
Yes.
but
It was you and Zan.
First of all, I didn't shit on journaling, all right?
You did.
I didn't shit on it. I think if it benefits you like anything else,
I
do
respect.
it.
I respect that.
I think
respect
it's good
that.
for you.
All right, so Twitter.
Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. It's all just Kyle Massi _ and
It's a breath of fresh air.
yeah.
Thank you again.
Yeah,
Love you
seriously,
guys.
thanks for coming on. This is episode 6 of the Infinite Crisis podcast.
Are you sure it's 6?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Please don't interrupt me, please.
Sorry.
Like, comment, and subscribe below. And we will see you guys next
Next week.
week. All right, we're out.
Woo.